Welcome to Next Step Tales. Today's story is about courage, creativity, and the power of determination. Let's dive into the tale of the boy who tamed the wind. In a small village surrounded by vast fields and mountains, there lived a young boy named Kimmo. Kimmo was a dreamer, always gazing at the sky and wondering about the mysteries of the world. He loved to fly kites, and every afternoon, he would run to the hills with his colorful creations, letting them dance in the wind. But one day, as he prepared to fly his favorite kite, the wind grew fierce and wild. "Whoa, this wind is too strong," Kimmo exclaimed, feeling the gusts tugging at his kite. It soared high, almost out of reach, and then, in a blink, it was torn from his hands, flying away into the distance. "No, come back," he cried out, chasing after it. Determined to retrieve his kite, Kimmo raced through the fields, his heart pounding with each step. As he ran, he found himself at the edge of a deep forest where the wind howled between the trees. Kimmo stood still, gazing into the dark woods. "I must be brave. My kite is out there," he declared, his voice steady despite the fear swirling in his heart. With a deep breath, he ventured into the forest, where the wind roared louder. "What if I never find my kite?" he thought, feeling doubt creeping in. But he remembered the joy it brought him and pushed on. As he walked deeper into the woods, Kimmo spotted a gentle breeze stirring the leaves, as if the wind itself was beckoning him forward. Suddenly, he came upon a clearing, where he saw his beloved kite tangled in the branches of a tall tree. "I found you," he shouted, relief flooding through him. But the tree was too tall to climb, and the wind still howled menacingly. "How will I get you down?" he wondered, frustration washing over him. In that moment of desperation, Kimmo remembered a story his grandmother told him about a boy who had once tamed the wind with his creativity. "I can't just give up," he said firmly. Inspired, Kimmo searched the clearing for materials to build a device to help him retrieve his kite. He gathered twigs, vines, and leaves, using his imagination to create a makeshift catapult. With determination in his heart, Kimmo worked tirelessly, shaping his invention while talking to the wind. "You may be strong, but I can be smarter," he declared, infusing his words with confidence. As the catapult took shape, he felt a spark of excitement. This just might work. Finally, with everything in place, Kimmo stepped back and took a deep breath. "All right, wind, let's do this," he shouted, pulling the lever. The catapult launched a small rock toward the kite, and to his amazement, it caught the edge of the kite, pulling it free from the branches. Kimmo jumped up and down, laughter bubbling up from within him. "I did it. I really did it," he cheered, his heart racing with joy. He raced to his kite, hugging it tightly. "I will never let you go again." But just as he was about to leave the clearing, the wind picked up again, swirling around him like a playful child. "What do you want from me?" Kimmo asked, feeling a connection with the force that had once seemed so intimidating. The wind rustled the leaves, and Kimmo realized that perhaps it was not something to fear but something to embrace. With newfound courage, Kimmo spoke to the wind, saying, "I understand you now. You are powerful, but together we can create something beautiful." He stretched his arms wide, feeling the wind lift him slightly off the ground. In that moment, Kimmo realized he could harness the wind's strength. With his kite in hand, he raced back to the hills, feeling the wind at his back, guiding him home. He launched the kite once more, but this time he was no longer just a boy chasing after it, he was a boy working with the wind. The kite soared higher and higher, dancing in the sky like never before. Kimmo laughed with joy, feeling the exhilaration of freedom. "Together, we can do anything," he shouted, filled with gratitude for the wind that had once seemed so fierce. From that day on, Kimmo continued to fly his kite, but he no longer saw the wind as an enemy. He embraced its challenges and learned to work with it, finding joy in every gust. Kimmo's creativity and determination transformed not only his kite flying, but also his entire outlook on life. So, remember Kimmo's story as you face your own challenges. Embrace the winds of change and believe in your ability to create solutions. With courage and determination, you too can tame the winds in your life and soar to new heights. Thank you for joining us at Next Step Tales.